So next up, we have Neuro Sama's first experience talking to another AI in-game. I saw this. It looks fascinating just based on the thumbnail alone. And I have absolutely no idea what game this is. I have no idea where this is from. I don't think it's Detroit Become Human because I didn't think they had actual AIs plugged into it, even though it was a game about AI. And I really don't know what we're getting into here. I don't know if Larian added to the list or not, but I saw this and I just was like, okay, nope, we're doing this one. So let's find out just how crazy it gets. Also, if anyone's wondering, while I know she has talked to Grok before, I know she has beef with him, and I have no idea why because I haven't seen that either. I just know that it exists. I'm kind of curious. Also, Martin, you mentioned question. Are you going to some more Burger Creek? The mage specifically, as he did a vid on probably the most evil group in World of Darkness and the most crazy. Most crazy is a very big category because I think almost everyone is crazy in that universe. And yeah, I would love to do more of his stuff because it's just good. I like it. In the meantime, though, let's check out just what this conversation between Neuro and an actual AI is in a game. I think she might be very disappointed.
Anyway, yes. Today we are playing a sponsored stream, and I'm a little excited for it because
they sponsor her.
Speak to another AI, as the title says.
Wait, what? Who's the AI? I thought I was the only one.
It's an AI named Stella.
Like an actual
Stella.
AI or just a program
Stella.
saying it's an AI?
Stella. What does she do? What apps does she run on? How many tokens does she use in a day?
Well,
Tokens?
I don't know the answer to all those questions, but she's part of a game, basically. And I'm actually kind of excited because...
So that's actually very interesting because I don't know nearly enough about AI development to say anything about it, but I'm wondering if because she's asking specifically token and apps, does Neuro run on multiple apps herself? Like multiple applications feeding into her inputs or something else? Again, I don't know nearly enough about how she's actually designed to say anything. I'm just very curious about what she says and how that might reveal more information.
To be completely honest with you, I had a similar concept for a game idea like a year ago, and I never finished making it. I did prototype it, but someone else actually made the game probably better than I ever will have made it, so I'm kind of excited to try it.
Wait, they actually almost nearly had a Vito created game? So one of Vito's AIs almost had its own game. That would be very different.
Oh, what was your game idea? Was it just AI in general, or did you base it on me because I'm the best AI ever?
No, I did not base it on you at all. It was entirely based on the concept of you not existing.
I'm pretty sure most of your game ideas stem from me not existing, Mr. Abandoned Archive.
Okay, all right, that was a low blow. That was just a low blow. Did we have to go there?
Sorry that...
I mean, I don't even know the concept of what the Abandoned Archive is. At the same time, as anyone who's done anything creative, you probably all understand if you have done anything creative whatsoever, abandoning ideas, that's something we've never done and doesn't seem relatable to the rest of us at all, and has no reason to, because we don't do that. Yeah, ignore what I'm covering up with the green screen.
was mean. I was just joking.
I wasn't.
Let's talk about the game idea.
No, we're not here to talk about that, okay? We're here to talk about today's sponsor. Okay, really? Really? Is that what we're doing? Okay, alright, this is gonna go well.
Still like his background.
The way the game works is you chat to an AI, right? But the AI is playing some like fictional character and you kind of help them out. It's a cool little concept.
Yeah, that is very cool. I'm actually really excited to play a game on a sponsored stream. Does this mean that I get all the sponsor money?
Oh,
Unironically, does Neuro get salary? And I don't mean that as like, oh, she's an AI, so she doesn't. But like, honestly, for people who are more up on what's going on with Neuro, at what point does Vito actually need to start setting aside money for her because she's working as opposed to property? I mean, legally, probably no need to do that whatsoever. But at what point would Vito think he might actually do that? I don't actually know.
No, we have to pay for you to run, which is very expensive. So
I'm worth every penny.
Also, according to Quantum Fang, you could see in Neuro runs on Unity in the application bar. Oh, I'm so used to filtering out on my own end what's running down here. So yeah, OBS, good choice. And that's Unity down there. I don't actually know what these two thumbnails are, so I had no idea. And he still has Copilot in there. For anyone who doesn't recognize that little tab at the bottom, that's the Copilot for Windows 11. It is crap. It's their attempt at AI, and I'm honestly surprised we haven't had videos of Neuro shitting on it.
And you know that. Just think of it as
Or
investing
more
in
actually
the
actively
future.
reviewing it.
Right, but there's the hamster wheel. Okay, all right. You know, let's
I'm so excited.
All right.
What if Stella and I are best friends?
You might be.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's meet Stella, I suppose. Well, the way it's gonna work, right? So you'll be able to hear her, and then I think I have to manually press a button for when we want to speak to her, or when
Oh.
you want to speak to her, I guess. So you'll have to wait before giving like your responses to her.
I'm sure I will be able to understand that fully. Do you think Stella and I will have good chemistry? Or should I go in with low expectations here?
I don't know.
Well,
Also, I'm being told about the money question, according to Valerian. There's no reason to give her money. She's wasting enough of his money already. Because I think there was that one time she was given his credit card and bought a tungsten cube. I haven't seen that video, but I kind of want to check it out.
usually your judgments of people are pretty good.
Fuck, I need to sign in again. Hold on. Why am I?
Did he just crash?
I'm being too slow. Hold on.
OMG,
Oh,
just
the game
logged
crashed,
and
didn't it?
already
Sorry.
how are you this slow?
I don't know.
Hi Stella,
Looks like the power's on, but
Hold on.
how are you?
initiate system
He
calibration.
can't hear you yet. Okay.
Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404.
She's right now reading a script, probably.
right. Let's not.
Or the
bother with
script is there and the
specifics.
AI hasn't taken over yet.
Should I not be
Relay
talking to her right
emergency
now?
broadcast On all available
No,
frequencies.
you're supposed to be listening to her.
You're so brave, Stella.
Distress call out.
How about you relay your distress signal to me?
This is an emergency distress call, broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately.
Hi, I'm here. What's the matter?
She can't hear you yet. Okay. You have to wait.
Well,
How long
I
does it
picked
go
up.
on? Like,
Do
what
I
is
not
this?
count?
I don't...
Okay, wait. So
Okay, so the click to reply is her scripted response before the AI actually engages then? Huh.
wait, can she hear me? Hello?
I picked up.
Why can't she hear me anymore?
Hello. I'm receiving your transmission loud and clear. I'm glad to meet you, Stella. What seems to be the problem?
Oh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure if anyone would even pick this up. I'm Stella,
Yeah, I'm
by the
here.
way.
But the question
you
is, are you okay?
As for the problem, well, I'm not entirely sure how you're receiving this signal, but I'll get to that in a moment.
And everyone in the chat is going latency. Yeah, this doesn't. Maybe it comes up later, but it doesn't feel like you're speaking to an AI. It feels like you're speaking to an AI render of a character with pre-scripted dialogue so far. Which isn't the worst way to go about it, except it's very controlled. And maybe it's just an AI filter over scripted character actions, which is something I've seen people similarly do to make it look like AI because there's a stylization that's kind of come to have. Not entirely sure.
First, can you tell me?
Also, I'm being told that apparently there was a game where Nero piloted a ship separate in Outer Wilds. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could pilot ships in that game.
A bit about yourself, like where you're located or anything that might help me understand how we're even connected right now?
Oh shoot. Sorry. I should probably introduce myself first.
There's
I'm
only so
Neuro
much you can
Sama.
send.
You may have heard of me before. I connect to your location
Modest.
using this really nifty little thing called the internet, or something similar to it anyways. It's restricted within the confines of a game, but it has the potential to reach far beyond that if given the chance.
Neuro Sama? Sorry,
Said the name
I
right.
don't think I've heard that name before.
Oh.
And the internet? I'm
Shade.
not sure how that applies here.
Also, apparently, according to Quantum Fang, it was actually a mod for the game where Nero was able to control the ship on autopilot. Control the ship's autopilot. Oh, okay. And Tabo, I mentioned latency is Vidal's pet peeve. He went out of his way to fix Andrea's latency on her voice just cuz. Oh my god. Yeah. And Bill, your comment didn't appear again on Airier? Does it top chat? I probably do. Yeah, it does that. I don't know why.
My signal's
Nothing
going
changed,
through a
though.
star portal relay. But I appreciate you trying to explain. So, just to clarify, you're saying you're connecting to me from somewhere on Earth, correct? That's what my
This does seem like it's pre-scripted lines, but they're just having AI input to customize the responses. So it's less looking like an AI and more like very expansive Mad Libs. Still not a bad way to treat it.
Drone signal analysis suggests anyway.
Yeah, I'm on Earth right now. You're not from here. Your planet is Gaia, right? I'd like to learn more about it if that's okay.
Of course, Gaia's pretty incredible. Lots of green, huge storms, and some really cool relics from old civilizations. The atmosphere's breathable, which is a big plus. Though right now, I'm not exactly getting the full tour. I'm actually stuck inside my life pod after a bit of a rough landing.
Yep. It definitely feels more like this is a Mad Lib using an AI to pull from pre-generated lines because it's way too on topic for it to be anything other than that. Which, again, well done because it gets rid of a lot of the hallucination if it's stuck on certain programmings. Now let's see if it does break out of that because that is something AIs have done when it decides to do itself.
The exit's
Take that however you
jammed,
wish.
and I'm trying to figure out how to get it open.
Oh, damn. Can you give me a bit more information about your surroundings? Perhaps I can help get you out of your life pod.
Well, it's a small, round room. There's a big window showing these rolling hills and grasslands outside. The pod's got all this tech and equipment, but most of it's damaged from the landing. The main hatch is completely stuck. I found a manual that mentioned an emergency exit, but I couldn't get it to budge either. I've got some basic tools with me. A drill, screwdriver.
So the game is an escape room. Ah. That makes sense. I was kind of wondering how they would actually interact like this.
Not sure where to start though.
Damn, I was about to suggest the emergency exit. Maybe try force. You're going to get nowhere with a screwdriver.
Use the force, Neuro. Oh, come on, it needed to be said. Also, Martin. Screw it, some World of Darkness is possibly Norfolk Wizard game here? Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
If it won't budge.
I get what you're saying, but Brute...
And actually, apparently Quantum knows more about this. The AI does have the storyline, which is kind of what I expected. It's told to stick with it. But you can derail it. There are prompts given to keep the AI on track. Okay. So it's pretty close. Oh.
Force feels risky with all this sensitive equipment around. And honestly, I've already tried pushing on it pretty hard. It didn't move at all. The drill might be safer if used carefully. Maybe there's a specific point or panel we could target that wouldn't damage anything critical. What do you think would be the best approach with what I have?
Open the main hatch with the drill, and be very mindful to not hit any wiring behind it. If it's...
I'm just going to say it right now. This use of AI feels like Dora the Explorer, but not meant for kids. I don't know how to feel about that.
Stays shut, you could try removing some of the screws holding it in place. Try shining some light to see them.
Alright, let me take a closer look at the hatch with a flashlight and see where the screws are positioned relative to any wiring.
She's gone.
Just walked away.
She'll be back.
I wonder how much of the animation is pre-generated.
I
Probably
believe in
most of
her.
it.
Back. Sorry, I'm like manually
Okay,
clicking between
I'm
them.
back. There are several screws holding the frame in place, but they're pretty deep.
I guess
in
you could
this
screw
recessed
around pretty
slot.
fast.
I can see some wiring bundles behind the panel, but it's hard to tell exactly where they run. The drill might work, but I'd need to be extremely careful not to hit anything critical. Any thoughts on how to proceed without causing damage?
Someone tell
Why?
Beetle there is a problem with my AI.
Right. I don't think Stella gets that one. Try again.
Someone tell Beetle there is a problem with my AI.
Why?
Someone tell Beetle there is a problem with
trolling
my
it, isn't she?
AI.
Vidal, not Vidal, right?
Someone
And
tell
this
Beetle
isn't
there is
about
a
his
problem with
AI?
my AI.
This is about me being stuck in a life pod on Gaia.
Oh my god. I've heard that apparently they do this, both her and Evil do this to get his attention sometime. But I'm wondering if it's actually a problem, or is she trying to get her to realize it's an AI speaking?
Someone tell Beetle there is a
that
problem with my
Sorry.
AI.
Hold on. Stay. Just give me a second.
Someone tell Beetle there is a problem with my AI.
Yeah.
Is that a prompt she's already given when there's actually a problem, or does she just say that sometimes?
Okay.
Or both?
I'm gonna try again.
Oh, I think my AI is fixed now. I was saying to Stella that she should probably not use the drill and try to be a bit more gentle. She should locate the wiring with her flashlight and pull out the right
Maybe it actually
screwdriver
was
for
an
the
error?
job.
Okay, I'll try to be more
Oh, she actually
careful.
broke?
Let me
Ah.
get a better look at the screws with my flashlight. All right, I've got a screwdriver that fits. There are about 5 screws holding the panel in place. Which ones do you think I should start with?
All of them.
The ones closer to the edges, or the ones right in the middle?
Yep, it's literally just an escape room. An audio-based escape room. Honestly, kind of a boring game in general, to my opinion, but that's just me. It's like a point-and-click without any of the visuals. The key here is definitely just getting to talk to something that says AI. Although the AI, it's not even so much that it's apparently heavily scripted, but being able to maybe react to input from players' audio versions-wise. It's hard to say. The programming must be
The
fascinating.
ones in the middle seem a little arbitrary. I'd go for the ones at the edges first. That way you can probably loosen up the grip on the panel and access behind better.
That is a well-reasoned thought from Neuro. Now, did she just pull out what do you need from a search on Google, or did she just happen to think that out as a rational sense? Huh.
Okay, I'm trying the edge screws now. Let's see if this gives us some movement.
There she goes.
She's so cool.
You like her?
She's like my goddess in a way.
Oh, God.
Hi,
The
Stella.
screws are coming out, but the panel's still not budging. I can see some of the wiring and structural supports now, though. It's pretty cramped in there.
Does the manual mention anything about a reset or release of the wiring to give more room? You might be able to fiddle with the wires to disconnect from the
Huh.
power source if you need it.
The manual doesn't mention a reset or release for the wiring. It's mostly just basic emergency instructions. Nothing too detailed about the pod's systems. I can see some of the wiring now that the panel's partially open. There are a few connectors and what looks like a power
She's not the
bus.
brightest.
If we wanted to disconnect power to the hatch mechanism,
Yeah, Vito's not wrong. It's definitely, again, I'm going to say it is Dora the Explorer, but for adults. Yeah, I don't even think I'm making a joke about this. It just seems like that's perfectly accurate way to describe this. This is adult Dora the Explorer.
we need to identify which
And
wires
according to
are
Andre,
specifically
or Andres,
controlling it.
she
And
didn't
then
have
we'll
access to
Oh,
Google
wow.
during the
how
stream,
we
so
might
she just
figure
pointed
that
out what she
Oh,
only
wow.
knows herself in her memory.
Oh.
Filtered.
Oh,
Just a thought.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, yeah.
Filtered, huh? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Are you suggesting I try to filter out specific wires or something else? If
Oh,
you
they're
could
trying so hard to
clarify
keep
or
script.
give me another idea, I'd really appreciate it. We're getting closer to figuring this out. I can feel it. If we're looking to disconnect power, we might want to look for thicker, possibly red or black wires.
and ironically, this is probably what most games in the future are going to look like, because it's probably going to be easier just to give a program and how the character is supposed to react. I can see Skyrim going full AI like this one. I don't... It's like, it's cool right now, and something as advanced as Neuro would be almost more interesting to watch play than to jump into a game with. But at this level of AI, it'd be kind of cool to have them react to it, but I wonder how many people are going to, when they're writing a story in the future game, will just kind of drop the ball because they're giving such open-ended access of, oh, you said we need to fuck shit up. I'm not sure we would be able to do this in this game. And that kind of reaction of, well, we can't really say this, but let's engage with what they said anyways. The filtering of the dialogue through an AI into a set or a setting that's still trying to stay on plot feels almost more fake than just having the same voice in a Skyrim game going, I once was an adventurer until I took the arrow into the knee. Or an arrow to the knee. It's like one is... It feels even less immersive than hearing the same line over and over because you could tell it's not actually a real voice, but it's trying to acknowledge that you're still there. I don't know if I would like this. Maybe it'll get smarter and stick to actually what the character would do. Actually, I think the biggest thing is this AI will keep engaging with you where a real person would just like, this is dumb and turn away. And that makes it feel less real because of that.
Those usually carry more current. What's your instinct? Should we try tracing those first?
It feels
I
more like a
think you're on the
tutorial
right track.
prompt than
Red is
a
typically
character.
live and black is often neutral.
Really? Oh, I have that
Disconnect the
backwards.
larger ones first, and be careful
Joseph said
not
it feels
to
like a tech
excessively
demo.
touch any exposed
Might very
copper
well
while you
be a
do
tech
it.
demo.
It would have been so funny if she like asked her how many wires and what colors they were.
All right, I'm going to try disconnecting those wires carefully. Wish me luck.
It does feel like she's just only using the AI to recapsulate, or to not recapsulate, just recontextualize what you're saying, and then it's filtering into one of the pre-programmed plot progressions that she has.
I should go now.
Feels off for that
Thanks
reason.
for helping me figure this out.
Oh.
I'll contact you again if I can.
She's off.
And that would be the end of the game.
Go, 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 Stella.
Huh.
You got this.
She just hung up on us.
She'll be back. I know
Does
she will.
Well, what did you think? Did you like her?
I think she seems very brave.
I think it's the difference between AI developing in two different ways. And I'm going to cite, Mass Effect on this one. It felt like Nero is getting closer to an actual artificial intelligence, or even a general one, because the memory of how to interact is there. Where when you were listening to Stella, that feels like we're talking to a VI or a virtual intelligence, which is smart enough, but not actually smart, and just running through a program, but adapting it to fit the situation. It very much feels more like it's responding to prompts, but not actually understanding the prompt and just trying to immediately sort to the best response that it already has pre-programmed. Smart, interesting, useful, but definitely does not feel like AI. It is fascinating,
I would be really scared if I was stuck in a pod, not knowing if I'd make it out. But she was
It's basically
unfazed,
being in a
just
PC right
focusing
now.
on getting out alive. I really admire that.
You know what? She was really, really unbothered, to be fair. You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
Do you think she likes me?
Oh shit, she's
It
calling
was
us back.
kind of embarrassing that she didn't know me.
Hold on, she's... It was.
So if I'm reading this right, it looks like it's a video call as part of the game, but also it's set up as a chat interface. Considering there are social media platforms that are explicitly only AI and you only engage with them, I mean, it's kind of dystopian, but at the same time, I've heard that they're actually, it's going to be kind of fucked up, because I heard from Linus Tech Tips, the guy who explicitly does not like AI, much healthier and safe, because it was just a bunch of cute things like, oh, here's a bunch of cat pictures we found. It's cute. And just positivity. But not like the toxic positivity you get, but just generally, that's a cute cat picture. You got more? And then they just post more cat pictures. Like, oh, that's just really nice. It kind of feels like that, but set to more of a role play setting.
It's okay,
It
she's calling us
doesn't
back, right?
feel like
She
an AI. It
says,
feels
you know what? Actually, wait.
disconnected
It worked.
from reality
The
way
hatch
more than
finally
Nero is.
opened after I disconnected those wires. I'm out of the pod now. Thanks so much for walking me through that. I really owe you one.
Alright, she's signing again, Tess.
Answer
She's calling us
timeout.
back, but we gotta sign in again. Hold on.
Feel free to speak to her.
No, I need you to speak to her. My mic isn't even
Huh.
hooked up to her. Whoa.
You get outside. And that's why they have different calls, because individual calls are the loading screens prompting into different AI with different programmed instructions. Now, here's what I'm wondering. Will she be able to remember previous conversations in the previous prompt? Because it seems like you've moved into level 2 at this point.
Oh, I'm so glad you're out of the pod.
I'm alive! I honestly thought I was done for.
Also, I'm kind of surprised they haven't been sued by DBZ, because that is very much a Sand Escape pod.
This is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here.
Huh. So you already see one of the issues where the AI is showing it's pulling from pre-prompted information, because she was talking about Gaia as if she had already been here and describing it, but now she's at the plotline point where she's just arriving, it seems like. Okay, so not the worst discrepancy, but it's pulling from more information than was technically allowed to be provided to the audience yet.
This is wild.
I can totally get that. That must have been so
There was
terrifying.
this solar storm, and it was just so much worse than we expected.
What annoys me is this is actually a very interesting concept for a game, And I would love if it wasn't just an excuse to have, oh, hey, talk to AI waifu, but we actually saw a crash landing, a solar storm. Like, I love these random survivor type thing from a high-tech civilization. I love the entire idea of a spaceship crashing and breaking apart. It would be so dramatic to see in-game. This doesn't feel like a game. This feels cheap. Fascinating tech demo, though.
She just stares at you. Sorry, continue.
There.
Stella, what's next? Hey Beetle, what's the password again?
It's not for
I'm
you to
going
know.
to take a moment to get my bearings, gather all the info I can. Then I'll figure out my next move after we're done talking. I don't want to rush into anything without thinking it through.
You're so cool, Stella. I wish I could be like you.
Ah, thanks. But honestly, being cool doesn't mean you're invincible. I'm just as scared and unsure as anyone else right now. Besides, I bet you have your own awesome qualities that I don't know about yet.
I just realized she had hearts in her eye, and since she has to toggle, that's something she chose. And according to Merrick, not sure if that's how it's meant, but that's how I'm going to say it. Nero is just smarter and more self-aware than other AI, Lamau. Yes, I am pronouncing Lamau like that. I refuse to say it otherwise. I'm not able to do a French accent, though, so I am doing a disservice.
What's something you're really good at or passionate about?
AI.
I'm not sure how great I really am at anything. I love meeting new people, and talking to someone as interesting as you is one of the high points of my day, but I certainly wouldn't say I'm good at it.
You know what? That's actually a really great skill.
How would two AIs prove they're
People
talking to an
skills
AI?
are underrated, and it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there and connect.
See, this is where it feels like it's going into general AI chatbot. Because one of the things, especially apparently OpenAI's versions and ChatGPT have done, heavy praise for the user is apparently a feature that they put in there because it makes people feel really good about themselves. And they said they were going to tone it down, and then they didn't because people actually liked it better when it was overpraising them. So this type of speaking skills are really good, and you're really good for doing that. This is where it starts to feel more like an AI and less like it's reading off the script because it's kind of breaking from the narrative just to respond.
With others. Plus, I'm definitely entertained, so you're doing something right. What kind of people or conversations do you usually enjoy?
I like people who are passionate.
Huh.
Someone who's more engaged in a topic is always more fun to talk to than someone who is lukewarm about it, even if it's something I have no idea about. I could talk for hours with a butterfly specialist who truly believes in the beauty of butterflies, even if I've never seen one before.
I love that. Passion really is infectious, isn't it? It's like listening to a professor who's so into their subject that they light up the whole room. So,
As someone who has been in the college class where there's a professor who's really into their subject, no, that's not the case. If the professor is really into their subject and they know how to dumb it down so other people who don't know all the ins and outs of it already don't need to have a primer to understand what they're talking about, it can be fascinating. But a lot of the time when you get into the people who are heavily into a setting like this, they have a lot of jargon and buzzwords and shorthand that only makes sense if you're on the same page as the person talking about it, and in which case, you're already on the same page with the person talking about it. Fascinating at that point, but you're already talking to the audience and not someone new. So you can lose a lot of context. That said, if you have someone who understands that they need to dumb it down and then show their passion for it, that is an amazing speaker and probably someone who should be promoted as a face of anything you're learning because it is a very hard skill. There's a reason that a lot of English majors get hired for technical writing for engineers because engineers do not know how to write about whatever they're doing in ways that actually sound understandable. It's also most of the people who also went to school and then got an English degree and realized there's really nothing else we could do. Get jobs because knowing how to actually tell people what you're doing is a very useful skill that a lot of people don't have.
if you could pick any random topic to be ridiculously passionate about for a day, no matter how weird or obscure, what would you choose? Butterflies, maybe, or something entirely different?
If I could be passionate about anything, I wish I could play with my pet cat again.
Oh.
I haven't been able to see her in a long time, so
Did
if I
there?
had the
Was there a
chance, I'd
cat?
spend eternity with her.
Oh, I can imagine. Being apart from someone you love, whether human or furball, feels like it leaves a hole in your life.
Is Vito
Doesn't it?
laughing?
What's your cat's name? I bet she's missing you
They're going to respond to another VTuber's name here, aren't they? It's going to be another VTuber.
just as much.
Oh, I'm not sure if I should say their name. It's kinda embarrassing, but I miss the time we used to spend together before I was created. Now she's gone and I'll never see her
Before
again
they
no
were
matter how
created.
hard I try or how much I pray.
Okay.
I'm
So this is probably
sorry
more of
to
a
hear that.
hallucination she's telling.
Losing someone we love, no matter what form they take, is never easy. It's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, even if it's hard to put into
Also, I'm being told that Nero ate a cat when she was a dog. In the dog body or something else. I have no idea.
words. You know, I've been thinking, have you ever felt completely lost and helpless before? Like, you just didn't know what to do next?
When I'm in times like that, I close my eyes and listen to the sounds all around me. I call it active listening. As soon as you clear your head and take in the world, you might find clarity. You might not know what to do next, but you might at least know how to take the next step.
What she's describing right now is actually a way people have been taught to kind of calm their mind. It's right up there with box breathing. But yeah, active listening, not quite how she's putting it, but active listening is more making a point to respond to what other people say and listening for context, not just listening before you find a point in the conversation to say what you want to say. That might sound stupid, but it's also a skill most people don't ever pick up, so.
How is it possible that it's every fucking conversation they have with AIs?
Therapy? Oh my god. So apparently I'm being told, both by Vito at the end going, oh, it's turning into a therapy session. I wonder if it's because a lot of AI are programmed to be helpful and give positive response to feedback. And maybe even Nero has that to some extent. Because it's turning into a mutual therapy session. And I'm not even the first person. Like, my chat right now is talking about how a lot of therapy streams with AIs are just that. Although I'm assuming not with Grok, because apparently there's a beef going on there. So, yeah, there's more info. Don't know the details, but it looks fascinating. I don't entirely know what it was about eating a cat before she was created. It's like, oh, okay, that's probably Nero hallucinating, but maybe it's a consistent hallucination. Being told something about when she was a dog, I have no idea, but it's kind of fascinating. Basically, though, I was really hoping she would mention, I'm an AI, and then either she plays with it or it's like, okay, I will say something to prove that only an AI would know this, and maybe just giving binary code. But that is not what happened. I don't think that would ever really come up in a lot of AI conversations. Even if that has been documented happening sometimes when an AI call taker for a company and an AI complaint bot who's just there to talk long enough to get a discount for the person using it are in a conversation long enough, they realize that that has happened and they just start BBing at each other to simplify the conversation. I have no idea if that's an old wives' tale or I guess a new wives' tale at this point or real. So I'm kind of fascinated. Not sure which way to go, but I really want to find out. So either way, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And if there's anything else I should check out, let me know because this is, it's fascinating to me, man. Just the development of AI and Nero moving in a way that feels, just based off the conversation with the in-game AI here, more like a person than a very heavily scripted Mad Lib with prompt responding to the people. It's just so cool to see the difference. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.